Hello and welcome here at ZF Aftermarket at the Automechanika 2022 in Frankfurt. It's a great pleasure to give you a very warm welcome. The next few minutes we will talk about e-mobility news from ZF Aftermarket passenger car. It's a great pleasure to introduce here my colleagues on stage. First of all, I would like to introduce Markus on my left side and Susanne, and on my right side I would like to welcome Fabian and Philip. It's great to have you here. All right, so Fabian, electrification is one of the biggest changes the aftermarket has seen. What's behind it and how does ZF address it?
You're absolutely right. The electrification of the powertrain, or in one word, e-mobility, is one of the biggest changes the industry has ever seen. And it comes quickly, as you can see from the facts. In the next couple of minutes, we will show you how ZF Aftermarket is on your side to win the race for the pole position in this new electrified world. We have prepared a small video which shows you our product offering, unrivaled, future-proof, and one single source. Movie up. Great video which sums it up nicely. Battery electric vehicles have a simplified platform structure. They basically consist of a front and a rear axle module, and in between there's the battery. Let's have a closer look at one of those electrified axle modules. Interesting to see that ZF Aftermarket already today covers all product areas with its premium brands. This is a product offering and a system competence which nobody in the industry has. Let's check out some of the highlights. Starting with TRW braking, where we offer a full braking system and a range linked to electric vehicles, such as electric blue brake pads. Next is SAX vibration damping with semi-active shock absorbers, but also air springs, which we launched today here at Automechanika. And last not least, the heart of the axle module, ZF's 3-in-1 e-axle, which includes a reducer, an inverter, and an electric motor. And currently we're working on to create a solution with a real value add for the independent aftermarket.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Susanne. You are head of customer experience, loyalty, and network, so you are close to ZF Aftermarket customers and their needs. Talking about workshops, what does the topic of e-mobility mean for them?
Well, talking about e-mobility and workshops, I would say that there are a couple of challenges ahead, but at the same time also big opportunities. You see that electronic vehicles, they need service like every vehicle does. And the higher weight of the battery as well as the higher torques bring more strain to the chassis components. And if workshops focus on this area when the electronic vehicle is in for service, they can gain more turnover and more business. And I think if you are able to deal with electronic devices, or electronic vehicles, then it's a good approach to secure the business for the future.
You said workshops are also facing some challenges?
Yes, of course. There's no upside without having a downside at the same time. And I think it's not only a decision of e-mobility, yes, and go. Yeah, the workshop owners need to be prepared for that. They need to understand some legal requirements. They need to understand also what their staff needs to learn. And sometimes it's not that easy. They don't understand where to start. And many do very good outside, but some are struggling a bit. And on the other hand side, the mechanics as well, they need specific training. They need to gain knowledge. And there are a couple of changes outside. We heard about that. I'm talking about, yeah, more technical vehicles, a higher complexity, ADAS, talking about diagnosis, but the topic of electrification is maybe the most relevant at the moment, and being prepared for that and having a high voltage training is a must-have for the mechanics.
Yes, you said the high voltage training is a must-have. What exactly does a workshop need to know about electrification, and why is it so important?
Well, it is a must-have because actually it's really dangerous if you're not prepared for that and if you do not know how to deal with this technology. Mechanics need to understand how to shut down the system of an electronic vehicle, and maybe even more important, they also need to understand how to check if the system is really shut down properly. There might be a situation, I don't know, regarding or because of extreme temperatures or corroded cables that makes that the system is not shut down, and then touching the electronic vehicle at the wrong part, at the wrong area, is really dangerous. We are talking about hundreds of amps, and actually you don't get a second chance. It can kill you if it works bad. So yeah, I can only recommend to be prepared for that.
Philip, which kind of trainings do we already offer today?
Quite a lot. I mean, we start with our basic products. So we have like on clutches, dual mass flywheel. We have a training on the 8 HP, so our automatic transmission, including trainings that we have also on a DSG, so not perfectly our product, but we try to be a partner for the workshops. And of course, when we talk about braking, we talk about ADAS, and the whole high voltage range is things we're going to train, or that we already train.
Wow, so many different trainings.
Yeah.
Amazing. Sometimes it's not easy for the workshop owners to decide what their team needs, right?
Yeah. And this is where the second part comes in, which is consultancy. So consultancy not only to say, okay, hey, this could be the right training because we have that and that order, but also regarding, especially in the area of high voltage, legal things that I have to take into account. So qualifications, as Susanne said, some of them are absolutely needed, even to change the wheels on a battery electric vehicle. And for that, we try to make sure, and we make sure that the whole management, that the whole workshop knows what are the rules that we have to follow, what are the legal registrations or the legal rules behind it, and what do we have to take into account when we do our trainings, and which should we visit first to be on the safe side.
Yeah, so it's very important for a workshop owner to understand how to start, and for a mechanic to visit a high voltage training to gain some expertise. Markus, what else needs to be done for a workshop to successfully work on this topic?
I think one of the very important topics will be that the workshop owners, they are inform their customers about their services in EV. And we see that many car owners of EVs or electric vehicles and hybrid cars are still visiting the OE dealerships, even if they're out of warranty. And this is mostly because they are not aware of the competence of the independent workshops in electric vehicle.
But you have an answer to this issue?
Absolutely, yes. We just created in the last month our new e-mobility expert module. And this is much more as just trainings. We bundle marketing and communication things together, so it makes it possible for the workshops to inform their customers. So you get out of one hand, you get communication tools like templates for newspaper ads, or flyers and banners and flags, everything what you need to communicate your idea and your services. And I think now it's time, because we would like to proudly present our original signage, the original signboard. And I would like to do it right over here.
Cool.
So this is it. This is what our customers will get in the future as an add-on module, and we are very proud of that so far.
Oh, perfect. Markus, I have seen the charging station over there, I think. Is this also a part of the ZF ProTech ePower Expert module?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a part of the module. We see the chance if we offer our customers or our partners a charging station, that they have the chance to charge their own cars, but also charge the cars of their customers after a service. And I think this is just to make the module, how we call it, round or finish? Complete. So as you see, I think we offer a whole package, and we offer the products, but we offer also the technical knowledge. We offer the communication tools, and overall we have a high motivated team, and in a close collaboration with our wholesalers, we hope we're going to be successful in the market.
That's fantastic. So in a way, we can really say ZF is offering the one-stop shop for their partners when it comes to e-mobility. All right, you not only offer a wide range of spare parts for hybrid and EV, but I hear there's also some exciting product launch news here at Automechanika around this topic. Philip, can you tell us a little about what
is
we
coming?
Can expect?
Yeah,
Yes.
and this is really an interesting range extension, because what we have here is our well-known ZF Lifeguard family, which we're now going to extend. Because on the one hand, we always have the trainings, but we have to have the products. And what we see here is we have the Lifeguard Fluid Hybrid 1 and 2, which is especially for hybrid applications, which means we have, for example, electrical motors running in oil, where I have foaming and I have to deal with that. So I need a special oil for those gearboxes. The other thing is that we are right now launching the ZF Lifeguard. We start with the e-fluids. So if we have electrical motors, we have reducers, we have differentials, and we want to have them perfectly running, we talk about green aftermarket, we have to talk about fuel consumption, things like that. And this is like the perfect partnering if we have the products and we have the training to be perfectly prepared.
All right, Susanne, if you must sum it up, what would be the value proposition to ZF Aftermarket's customers when it comes to being ready for electrification?
Yeah, actually, I think what we outlined in the session is that we are really passionate for this topic of electrification, and also passionate of helping our customers facing all those challenges ahead. And we would like to be a great partner. I think Markus outlined that as well, very good, and to be the one-stop shop for electrification. But we don't stop there. We will evolve and develop our program further, and always improve our offers. So stay tuned what comes next, and we are happy also to discuss the topic with you on the booth.
All right, so we are ready for the future. Thank you so much for the interview. And ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We are back in a few minutes with our next topic.